Hello everyone, my name is Kushagra Singh, and this is my ADGM corporate agent submission, which I received as a task for the AI intern position. This is the front end I have developed using Streamlit, and this is the overall UI of my application. Firstly, it has the instructions, supported types, then key features about the app, how it works. Then it also explains you about the legal document types, employment, commercial, compliance, what else can be added in your documents. It lists down, and yeah, it uses Google's Gemini 2.0 Flash. So let's quickly see a demonstration. I'll upload an input file which I downloaded using one of the sample website that was provided to me in the email. So I have uploaded one.docs. Let's open and I'll show you what is the one.docs. So yeah, this is the one.docs file, which is a plain simple .docs file. And now I'll show you the processed docs file. So it took 26 seconds, and now it is showing the multiple legal process analysis. So it tells me the completeness, the important missing things, the optional missing things, and the critical things like ultimate beneficial owner declaration form is missing. Then it also gives me the recommendations like focus on preparing the articles of association and memorandum of association first, and multiple other things like insufficient documents when provided. So yeah, it gives me analysis and details like this. Then here it also tells me what is the high priority in the .docs file. So it tells me that this section is incomplete, needs to specify the names and roles of the officers being appointed. Then this is the detailed compliance report in the JSON format, which is long enough. So I'll just skip it from now. And this is the simple download buttons, which can download you the review.docs file and the JSON format, but we don't really need to download it as it automatically gets saved in the process directory. So I'll open that for now. So yeah, this is the processed uh, directory, a .docs file. So here we can see the difference. It has inserted the inline summaries of the various sections in the docs file. So if I zoom in, so firstly it lists that what all resources and websites you can search and get on to make your document comply better with the legal processes. So it lists down the websites which you can use and visit. Then it provides you the suggestions about each of the sections one by one. So here it says incomplete information while the table includes share class name, nominal value, number of, and these. Also, it is unclear if the share class complies with the ADGM regulations regarding share class. So, like this, it provides multiple uh, review and suggestions in the .docs file, and then this is the end of suggestions in the docs file. So, coming back to the project part, coding explanation. So, this is the main Streamlit app file. So, I had already set up my Google Gemini key in the .env file, and I have used two approaches in this project. So, the first one is to use the Gemini with the sentence embedding model which I have downloaded locally, and the another approach is using Gemini with ChromaDB. So in my experimentation, I found that the local sentence transformer model along with Gemini was faster in comparison to the ChromaDB. So why is the reason is because when I use ChromaDB, it firstly loads all the .docs files in the database, and then it converts, uses its vectored embeddings, and then it provides you to Gemini. So there might be some scaling issues as well, due to which the Chroma DB approach was slightly slower than the sentence transformer model, which to be specific is all mini V6 model. I'll talk about that later as well. So this is the app. So here it is mostly responsible for file upload, then type detection, then RAG retrieval, then it also responsible for the output generation. So key functions include detecting the processes from the documents, then get the missing documents to process, get the relevant snippets from the document, then inserting and saving the document. So this is what the file does here. Talking about the config file, so this is responsible for managing the free API limit. So the Gemini free API limit has two restrictions. So it only allows you 15 requests per minute and 200 requests per day in 24 hours. So due to that restriction, and since each file takes around 10 to 20 requests in the Gemini request, so I had to use a batching system, and I had to introduce a delay in between the requests. So this way I was bypassing the free limit of 15 count requests in 1 minute. So that is how I'm able to uh, manage to get the inline comments in longer doc files as well. So this is the file which handles the file limits as well. Talking about enhanced config, so yeah, this handles the batching and analysis options. Then coming to this file, so like I said that this project has dual approach, and it gets toggled with this simple flag. So by default it is false, but if I make it true, my backend will switch to the ChromaDB approach. But since it is slightly slower, I have kept it as false right now. So this file picks up the flag I have set in env and then accordingly performs the suitable backend I have selected to process the files. So yeah, the in-memory with pre-computed embeddings with the sentence transformers, and the another one is with the persistent backend through the ChromaDB. So we can simply switch between them using the use ChromaDB flag. So the functions this file has is analyze document completeness and then get the Gemini analysis as well. Yeah. So talking about uh, config again. So also I had to again and again change my prompt to the Gemini because it was returning me invalid and wrong JSON outputs, which wasn't compatible with my backend to throw it to the front end and display. So I had to use strict JSON only prompts, which supported my batched handling with a robust parsing. So it has the fallbacks mechanism for the consistent structured output. So it can handle large content as well now. So for that, there are multiple files such as the smart batcher. So it uh, makes the multiple chunks of the doc file, and then it provides to the Gemini to get the analysis through the help of embeddings as well, which it gets through the sentence embedding model. So yeah, these are the files which actually make the batches of the docx file and handle the errors that might occur or might have a fallback. Then coming to the docutils file, so this is the file which is mostly responsible for the AI summary and helpful links. So the content which you see in the inline comments like uh, this, these. So these missing files and all are basically coming from this file. So these things I have listed from the data sources I had received in the PDF in the mail. So yeah, this is how I am making sure that all the required files, all the required stakeholders, and the information are present in my docx file or not. And yeah, this file also holds that what all priorities and what more documents are to be uploaded with some certain form of document. So yeah, these are few of the important files as well. Then um, talking about the analysis, so like I showed you earlier, the firstly the review doc file, which has analysis like these, which starts with listing the helpful links to provide the user direct authenticated information. And then it also stores the JSON outputs like this. So if I show you this, yeah, this is the most recent one. I think, okay, this one took 26 seconds. Yeah, this is the most recent one. This is the same JSON output for the file which we uploaded and processed. So yeah, this is the JSON report, and this is the processed and reviewed docx file. So I in this project I had to face multiple issues as well. The very first issue I was getting is that I was not able to parse through the docx file and not was able to add any inline comments. So to resolve that, I had to instruct strict JSON format to Gemini, and I uh, requested those particular JSON formats and received and showed the same JSON format to my front end. So that is how I resolved the parsing issue. Then for the API limit issue, I batched my docx file so that way I was able to bypass the 15 requests per minute and 200 requests per day limit, and that way I was able to even handle the longer number of documents as well. So if there were like 5 to 10 documents with each 10 to 15 pages, I was still able to get the inline comments in them. So in this project, I met all the mandatory features, added a robust RAG with batched LLM, and it also maintains the strong resilience to the errors. Next up would be a model caching. So we could have used a better embedding model, and also we could have used a paid LLM version, which would be more faster and could have been more reliable as well, since I had the constant of using free because I wasn't sure of using any money on it. So my response time and the overall processing is also long enough due to the batching. But if I had a paid API, so my processing would also become faster. And then yeah, I would have deployed this on cloud and also improved some analysis, some metrics, and analysis in the front end part as well. So these could be the future scope of this project. So that is all from my side, and I would be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.